There's a lot of people talking about COVID and SARS and talking about the death rate. And that's terrible, but nobody's talking about what's going to happen in the long term. Nobody's talking about at least the million people that are going to be unwell and not going to get back into their life. So my name's Nathan from the COVID Recovery Initiative, and I'm going to talk about the facts about COVID-19 and the SARS-CoV-2 virus and how we know a lot from SARS-CoV-1. Now, not many people know that this is not the first SARS or COVID virus. So COVID is actually the disease process. So CO is corona, VI is virus, and D is for disease, and 19 means when it started. Whereas SARS is severe acute respiratory syndrome, and this is what happens with CoV-1 and CoV-2. So currently we have SARS-CoV-2, and SARS-CoV-1 was mostly confined to China, but there was outbreaks around the world, and one of those was actually in Canada. Now, this is back in 2003, and this is really, really important because they were able to trace the long-term implications of this. So there were 273 people in this outbreak. Now, I want to make it very clear that SARS-CoV-1 and CoV-2 are different. We know that the death rate or mortality rate within CoV-1 is around 9.6%. Whereas on current modelling that we have now, so this is July 2020, that it's around 4.1%. So they're different viruses, however, they're the same family. So it's a little bit like the different versions of flu that go around. None of them are nice, but very, very different. So with these people in SARS-CoV-1 in Canada, there was 273 people that developed this illness that were recorded, and 107 of these people were admitted to ICU. So ICU is the intensive care unit where people go on ventilators and they basically need this support to keep them alive. Now, of these people, they followed them up at 12 months' time. Now, these are only the people that went to ICU, and the people that didn't go to ICU were not followed up. Now, of these people, 17% of people could not work at 12 months, and 87% of people still had symptoms at 12 months' time. And this is really huge. Now, if we pretended that everyone who didn't go to ICU got better, and we know that's not the case, we know that people are still having symptoms, then that means that 6.6% of people that get COVID are going to go on to not be able to get back into their lives or have ongoing symptoms. Now, this is huge. If we look at these numbers, and at this point, there are around 15 million people, and we know this is escalating. That means currently right now, that is 990,000 people. And I know that when you watch this, it's going to be 1 million people. 1 million people that are going to be missing from life. 1 million people that can't be part of their family. Now, at the COVID Recovery Initiative, we've seen this. We've been working with post-viral syndromes and fatigue, and people not recovering from things like glandular fever, Ross River virus, Q fever, lots of different tropical diseases, infectious diseases. And we know that this leads to people missing. There's millions missing already, and we don't want this to happen. So it's really important that we just stop talking about the death rate and we start talking about the millions of missing that they're going to be and how we're going to support them. We know that the sooner that we get on this, the better it is. So we want to spread the word. We want to educate people that if we get onto this now, we're going to decrease that number. We're going to take the next steps and we're going to make sure that those people are not missing. So if you think someone needs to know about this, and we think everyone needs to know about this, then please share it. If you know someone that's not well, that might have fatigue, regards COVID or other, or they're just not feeling well, then show them this to explain that they're not crazy, that they're not made up. This is a physiological process, but if we get onto it now, we can get better.